Yes, 5G will connect the Internet of everything. If something can be connected, it will be connected in a 5G world. Hundreds of billions of microchips connected in products from pill bottles to plant waterers, requiring massive deployment of small cells. We won't wait for the standards. We won't wait for the standards. We won't wait for the standards. Now, to make this work, the 5G build-out is going to be very infrastructure intensive. We must reject the notion that the 5G future will be the sole provenance of urban areas. The 5G revolution will touch all corners, and that's damn important. The interconnected world of the future will be the result of decisions we must make today. Yes, 5G.
Of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure.
Things like,
wireless radiation has biological effects, period.
My name is Dr. Angie Kolbeck. I've been reviewing the studies showing the impacts of wireless radiation on our health, and there are now thousands of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure.
things like memory, dizziness, anxiety, brain fog.
Headaches, nosebleeds, cognitive problem, exhaustion.
We have evidence of DNA damage, cardiomyopathy, which is the precursor of congestive heart failure.
Short and long-term memory loss, decreased attention spans, lower reaction times, even involuntary contractions of muscles causing misalignments of spines and jaws.
Breast cancer. We suddenly have breast cancer in women who have no DNA predisposition.
Disrupted immune function and change in stress proteins, reproductive and fertility effects.
There are dozens and dozens of studies that show beyond any doubt what this radiation is doing to our sperm. Now, if you take the cell phone out of your pocket, the sperm will recuperate within 3 to 4 months. What would not recuperate would be the damage to the DNA of the sperm. That is irreparable. The wife of the ex-governor of Indiana was diagnosed with glioblastoma. Same brain tumor Ted Kennedy had and John McCain had. Did you look at John McCain's car? This is a cell phone brain tumor. LeBron James, one of our sports people, had a salivary gland tumor. That is another cell phone tumor. You didn't hear about it because immediately after that was discovered, he was paid by Samsung to become their spokesperson.
We are seeing increases in brain tumors. We're seeing increases in Alzheimer's. We're seeing increases in all of the neurotransmitter diseases, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, Parkinson's. These are all disease systems that are known to be associated with low-level energy exposures.
We talk about 24/7, around-the-clock exposure, wherever you are and your whole body. You never get away from it. And it seems from our studies that maybe your immune system can cope with for a time, but it will deteriorate. Then the irradiation will definitely damage cells at a deeper level, and the question is what will then happen?
These are out of
All right, family. Here we are. We right here in these scrolls right here. Let me get this over. So, see what you see. Let me see what you see. All right. Where's my point? Nevertheless, hold on. So, all right. Let's get at it. Shout. Now. And like we said, right? It's in the Yahawah. We're not dealing with no wine over here, all right? Now, let's come up here. We're in the 4th Quran, all right? Which stands for the cave, all right? That they found these scrolls in, all right? Now see, what makes these scrolls so authentic are these scrolls weren't found until the 1940s. They was dug up. See? Jay can read and write by that time. So you weren't passing the okie doke on. And it's the difference between the Dead Sea Scrolls with the Yahawah in it, with the family known as the Hebrew and the English. But nevertheless, all right, it's a difference. Because in this one that you see right here that has the Yahawah or the Hebrew in it, all right, you won't find no middleman in here. It won't be talking about none either. Won't even mention anything about a Christian or nothing. But that English version will. See? So that's another reason why it's important to come on back and get the language. I'm still learning, still a student. So what? We're gonna bring it out though. Yahawah's will. All right, so anyway. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. All right, so anyway. Let's go here. Shout. All right. Let's go here. It say, I will make survivors. I will make, let me get it steady. I will make survivors remain so that they will not be exterminated by my anger and by the concealment of my face, right? From them, right? Because Yahawah hid his face from us, right? Absolutely, right? And over them will rule the angels of destruction, all right? All right? And they will come back and do evil before my eyes. And walk, how? According to the stubbornness of their heart. All right? The what? The holy temple. The who? The holy temple. All right? Now has been done, and so for these things will happen to them. All right? No different than a Thara. And what? And there will come the dominion of Baal upon them to deliver them up to the sword. For what? For a week of years. During that Jubilee, right, they will what? They will break how many? All my laws. Which is what? The Torah. Which is what? The Torah. All right? And so when you tell a brother and sister that that's what you deal with, they try to call you wicked. The wicked call you wicked. Isn't that something? Only in this place. All right? Because you're dealing with Baal worshipers and priests of Baal. All right? So now let's get this right. They're just not no regular Baal worshipers. They are heavy seekers of Baal worship. That what makes them, that what gives them that status that they like so much. With all them titles and things. Right? Hold on. During that Jubilee, they will break all my laws. All of them. All of them. And what? All my precepts. CGR, can't get right. Can't get right. Hold on. Which I will command them and send by the hand of who? My servant, the prophets. My servants, the prophets. And they will what? They will begin to argue with one another. Huh? For how long? 70 years. From the day on which they break the vow and what? The covenant which they shall break. And so who said, because we broke that first one, it's all right to go and get the heathens, God, to make one with him? Who said that? Who set us up with that? Who left us on that path? Now that it's wake-up time and time to get off of it, everything is a conspiracy and everything is a cult and everything is bad and everything just trash everything. No, heathen. No. No, you don't. Go sit your behind down somewhere. That's what you should do. All right? If you don't believe in these scriptures, if you can't understand what Yahawah is saying, if you can't read them, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, if you can't be able to identify with the Torah, and if you can't identify with the Temple Tabernacle, and if you can't identify with these Dead Sea Scrolls, shut up, wickedness, and go sit down somewhere, all right? All right? Stay over there with the blind, deaf, and dumb, doing vain whatever that you like to do, all right? All right? Straight up. So now, still with it. And I shall deliver them to the hands of the angel of destruction, and they will rule over them. And they will not know. Huh? And they will not know. And will not understand. that I am enraged towards them for their disloyalty, with which they will desert me and do what is evil in my eyes, and what I do not, what? And what I do not like, they have chosen, all right? Demanding for money. See, that's gonna be your downfall. That's what's gonna kill you. All that money that you want. All that money that you want. That's what's gonna kill you. That's why Yahawah ain't gave it to you. Because he knew that'd be the death of your dumb behind. But you rather turn on your own brother, though. For a Scooby snack, for some attention. For something that won't profit you not one bit. But all right, this is what Yahawah said. I didn't say this. All right? So don't look at me, simpleton, like I'm saying this. All right? All right? Slither sleeves in the Grammy game, mainly y'all. Mainly you all. All right? And I am enraged towards them for their disloyalty, with which they will desert me and do what is evil in my eyes, and what I do not like, they have chosen. Domineering for money, for advantage, and for what? For violence. All right? And each will steal what belongs to one's neighbor. Huh? Right. And this is what we were saying. Like them heathens didn't have a platform. As a matter of fact, they didn't even have a damn voice. No, hold on. They didn't even have a damn opinion, all right? Until they got on the brothers' platform. All right? And the opinion is like assholes. Everybody got one. But you got to wipe your own. We just had to take it there, family. All right? All right? Ass is in the scriptures, all right? Not only that, the kids, Salah, the youngest, I hear them talking like little sailors, all right? Straight up. I'm talking about elementary. I ain't talking about high schoolers. I'm talking about elementary. All right? So anyway, let's get at it. For money, for advantage, huh? And for violence. And each will steal what belongs to one's neighbor. And they will oppress one another. They will defile my temple. See? Heathens? And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing when you scoffing and you mocking Yahawah's temple. All right? Because when you go and see him, when he do pull you up, when he do send his angel to come pull you up, to stand before him, you're going to know something. All right? You're going to, you're going to know he'll snatch a hole in your soul. That's what you're going to know. You're going to know the power of Yahawah. All right? Now, we're going to do it. I know we said we going to, just because the heathens are out here being heathenetic the way they are, oh man, we going to do the temple like, hey, only Yahawah's will can allow us to do it. All right? So, yeah. Y'all come on back. You know what I'm saying? And Any of you Torah brothers and sisters want to come on, and we gonna do it up. All right? So now, yeah, we're gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up. All right? Because this is spiritual. All right? You can't grab it, you can't touch it. It's not like that. All right? That's that Kabbalah crap. You can go and touch that. You probably can go and kiss on it and urinate on it and everything else, like the dumb stone. But this is spiritual. Okay? Grab it. Trying to grab this or hold on to this right here is just like trying to grab you some wind, all right? Or some air, or the breath, all right? That Yahawah puts through our nostrils, all right? Which is his spirit. All praise and glory be to him here alone. And then you got the scoffers and the mockers. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even on the brothers' platform, but I was tuning in and I was going to study for myself. Praise Yahawah. And so that's what you got to do, family. You don't got to stay. All we can do is go in together, basically, right now. All right? Right now, that's it. That's all we can do right now. All right? All right? We got to come right back to this Torah. All right? This is spiritual. This is not physical. This is what they can't. This is what the demons can't grab. They can't grasp that. And everything that the brother said, all I done was went to go and do it, and I went and studied, and I was seeking Yahawah and crying out to him and everything, and he pulled me. And you gonna see, this is just a layout, but this is spiritual. This is what's going to spiritually happen. And you're going to stand before Almighty Yahawah. You will be in a higher call right there. All right? And Yahawah will shine that light on. All right? And you're going to be crying out to Almighty Yahawah. That's you. Everything that this layout is talking about is spiritual. All right? It's not physical. There's nothing physical about it. This is what the blind, deaf, and dumb trying to do, because they trying to make money off of it. Their heart isn't right. You can't make money off you're not going to pimp your house. You're going to be a prostitute. You're going to prostitute your own soul. That's what you're going to do. Thinking that you're going to make a profit with this. See, no, that Christ stuff is for a profit. All right? You can go and ask Pope Leo the 10th. All right? Is it not a prophet? That's his quote, not mine. Don't be mad at me. All right? You got Negroes talking about some pyramid text. Shut up, wickedness. You ain't had no pyramid text before 70 AD, though. You got real scholars who laid down paved the way. You ain't no scholar. You still stuck in Egypt, man. In that coat that you belong to. Anyway, take that mug off, man. Put on this armor of your house. That's the only thing that's gonna sustain us, man, through these hard times right here. All right? That's right. So now, and they will not know and will not understand that I am enraged towards them for their disloyalty, with which they will desert me and do what is evil in my eyes, and what I do not like they have chosen. All right? All right? Domineer for money, for advantage, and for violence. And each will steal what belongs to one's neighbor, and they will oppress one another. They will defile my temple, all right? They will defile my Shabbats or Sabbaths, and they will forget my festivals. And with who? With the sons of foreigners, all right? That's right. With the sons of foreigners, all right? Just like over there on the sleeves, you go over there and you go and get the foreigners and the strangers to try to co-sign with you, all right? Because you hate your brother, because you are effeminate brother. Yahawah said you are effeminate brother, all right? And we heard you talk about how effeminate you are. You know, you need to change your ways. You need to repent, brother. That's what you need to do. Right? But you over there, just like Yahawah said, you defile his temple, his Shabbats, and they will forget my festivals. With the sons of foreigners, they will debase their offspring. All right? Their priests will act violently. All right? And, see, their daughters and their sons. Hold on into these Dead Sea Scrolls long enough, and Yahawah just going to fill it in for you, what it is. All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah, who is one. All right? All right? From upon it, and with the word, they shall know, and I will send, and with lances in order to seek in the interior of the land and upon their property, and they will sacrifice in, and they will desecrate it. All right? They will desecrate it. All right? Right. Yahawah's temple. Yahawah's temple. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get this. Let's get this right now. Oh, these scrolls, boy, they took a pound. All right. So anyway, nevertheless, we right here. All right. These still the scrolls. All right. See, you have. See, you got the Hebrew edition of the scrolls. The Hebrew edition of the scrolls. And, well, this the English version of the scrolls, see? There's no Hebrew on the other side. So, but anyway, nevertheless, because we got a little bit more to cover. So anyway, let's see. Anyway. All right. So anyway, let's get this right. All right. Rules for the instructor who is to teach the Yahawah. All right? All right? Now, for the family that don't know, Yahawah, it's the same thing, all right? Which is Judah, all right? All right? Rules for the instructor who is to teach the Yahawah. All right? These are the statutes for the instructor. He is to conduct himself by what? By them with every living person, guided by the precepts appropriate to each era and the value of each person. He is to work the will of the Most High according to what has been revealed for each period of history, studying all the wise legal findings of earlier times. All right? So you got the heathens talking about this old dusty book. Look, sucker, it ain't about you. That's all. You're not in the old dusty book. We know it's old and dusty because we the oldest people on the planet. And we are the indigenous people on the planet. And we are Yahawah's apple to his eye. All right? So rightfully so, sucker. The book should be old and dusty. Dummy. Anyway, it's not for all of the strangers. It's just for that one. Over there on Slither Sleeves. All right? And the rest of them hillbillies over there. Hold on. All right, hold on. All right. So, he is to work the will of the Most High according to what has been revealed for each period of history, studying all the wise legal findings of earlier times, as well as every statute applying to his own time. All right? So, this is why we bring out what's going on in your news, because the word news is just abbreviation for north, east, west, and south. That's all it is. And that's why it has that I right there in that news with north, east, west, and south. That's how you spell out news. Those are the directions. That's the all-seeing eye. All right? That's what it is. And this is what we do. We bringing it out. We bring out what goes on in the news, not no conspiracy theorists and none of that foolishness around here. All right? You bugged out. You bugged out. You drinking some of that you drinking some of that yang. You need to get off of it. You need to lay up off the sauce. Straight up. We don't deal with no doggone conspiracy theorists, nothing. All right? slut. Because Yahawah get him. That's the thing about it. Yahawah get him and his family. That's the part you all y'all don't get that part. You don't see that you don't see that part and aspect. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. All you see is the advantage part about being next to the brother. You sat there all that time next to the brother, stabbing him in the back. And it ain't gonna profit you not one bit. And it's not him that you scoffing and mocking, it's Yahawah. He just one man. He ain't perfect. Neither one of us are. I'm pretty sure we all can stack up a list of things, man, that we all need to be working on. And that's the thing. We need to be working on them. Not sitting up here making excuses why we can't keep the law. Yahawah said we can. So why I need to listen to some damn man who piss, burp, fart, stank, and everything else, and leak just like everything else walking around here with the life lined up in it? Why am I listening to you for? Man, shut up and go sit down somewhere, man. Sit all the way in the back, too. All right? So now, man, it's time over for all that foolishness, man. Yahawah says it's going to be bodies out in the streets. It's not so, because it's not all nations that is happening to. Come on now. All right, so now, this is what it is. All right? This is what it is. He is to discern who are the true sons of righteousness, and to weigh each man's spiritual qualities, sustaining the chosen ones of his own time, and what? Keeping with his will and what he has commanded. In each case, he shall what? He shall decide what a man's spiritual qualities mandate, letting him enter the Yahawah. If his virtue, all right, come again, all right, if his virtue, all right, an understanding of what? Some New Testament? No, man. Some pyramid text? No, man. Some Book of the Dead? No, man. Understanding of the Yahawah, the law, family, the mother, the Torah. All right? All right? If his virtue and understanding of the Yahawah measure up by the same standards, he shall determine each man's rank. All right? This is what we instructed to do, man, to teach. This is why teaching ain't for everyone. That's why the ones who calling themselves teachers, Yahawah said he got a double portion for your behind. So you better get it right. You better get it right. It's consequences on misleading the family. Yahawah said, woe to the pastors that lead his sheep astray. I'm paraphrasing, but Jeremiah 23:1. Yahawah said, destruction to pastor poach-out. The pastors that lead his flock, mislead his flock, man, through the right pastures, man. All right? if his virtue and understanding of the Torah measure up by the same standards, he shall determine each man's rank. The instructor must not reprove the men of the pit. Say it one more time. The instructor must not reprove the men of the pit, nor argue, all right, with them about proper biblical understanding. Quite the contrary. He should conceal his own insight into the law, the Torah, when amongst perverse men. He shall save reproof, itself founded on true knowledge and righteousness, and righteous judgment for those who have chosen the way, treating each as his spiritual qualities and the precepts of the era required. He shall ground them in knowledge, thereby instructing them in truly wondrous mysteries. If then the what? The secret rate is perfected among the men of Yahawah, each will, not might, will walk blamelessly with his fellow. All right? All right? Facts. Coming back to the Torah, that's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. All right? And this is why Yahawah say, well, how can two walk together unless they're in agreement? It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. You're supposed to be correcting and leading the strangers, not going off with them or and want to see them go off into your pity party, man. Grown men sitting around having the pity parties about another man that Yahawah gave the Torah to. Man, go and teach. You don't see none of the other brothers, man, going around doing that. Man, they going about their business, man, whatever Yahawah got them on. Whatever they on. They own it. But you got these same succotash Negroes that want some attention. Sad, man. These are some of the duties, you brothers and sisters, that teach the star wrong. All right? It's not going to be easy. All right? All right? And just because you come and you do these duties and commandments and things that Yahawah say, they're going to try to throw you into the cult section. All right? Because they can't get right. So nevertheless, it is what it is. All right? The instructor must not reprove the men of the pit, nor argue with them about proper biblical understanding. Why argue with a fool? Quite the contrary. He should conceal his own insight into the Torah or the law or the mother when among perverse men. He shall what? He shall save reproof, itself founded on true knowledge and righteous judgment for those who have chosen the way, treating each as its spiritual quality and the precepts of the era require. He shall ground them in knowledge, thereby instructing them in truly wondrous mysteries. If then the secret way is perfected among the men of the Yahawah, each will walk blamelessly with his fellow, guided by what has been revealed to them. That will be the time of preparing the way in the desert. All right? Isaiah 40:3. He shall instruct, right? He shall instruct them in every legal finding that is to regulate their works in that time and teach them to separate from every man or to be holy. Same thing. All right? Same thing. To teach them to be holy or separate from every man who fails to keep himself from perversity. All right? Now, we know doggone well you're not keeping yourself from perversity if you watching porno, Negro. You wicked joker. We know that you're not doing that. So it's easy for you to get caught up by Satan's trap. It's easy for you to get caught up by Lucifer's dogma. All right? It's easy for you to get caught up with that. It's easy for you to stay over there with the sons of darkness and the sons of destruction and talk out that occultic crap like you doing something positive for your people. Man, you doing the same vain folly, foolishness, all right, that the forefathers done before us and that the strangers been doing to us, all right? And it's obvious that you was not born, but you was raised in Cain's house, that you have Cain's attributes and characteristics. You need to repent, or you need to just go away. Just be a damn demon, man. Don't talk about no Torah, all right? You can't even show your face, succotash. Bunch of heathens. Yahawah didn't give you nothing, all right? You still in darkness, joker. That's why you're over there talking about that wickedness that you're talking about, all right? And that's why you got to keep throwing the brother's name in your title, because you ain't talking about crap, and don't nobody want to hear that mess you talking about. All right? So anyway, agent-ass Negroes. All right, these are the precepts of the way for the instructor in these times. As to his loving and hating, internal hatred, and concealing spirit for the men of the pit, or Yahawah, or Paul. Okay? It's the same thing. That's what these scriptures talking about. The men of Paul, or the pit, or Yahawah. Your shepherd is deaf, family. If you sitting up here talking about some Paul and this and Paul tells you to, look, go and look at Exodus 28:4 and 9, and go put a turban on, all right? You jokers won't, I don't care. I don't care. Yahawah said put it on, all right? So I don't care what the heathen and the demons and the zealots and the goyo and the goyim, I don't care what they talking about. You shouldn't either. The only thing you should be worried about is what Yahawah got to say and his way. Whether you is to believe, whether it's just unbelievable or not, at least you stand for something. And this is what we bringing out. That's why we brought out in the scriptures. This is what Yahawah said. Who will stand for me? Who will stand for me against the workers of iniquity? Who? Who will stand for me? Because our people falling and stumbling and bumbling all over the place. Drunk. Following the man from the men of the pit. All right? Supposed to be keeping yourself from perversity. You ain't supposed to be having intercourse with your rib when she's on her monthly. if you can sleep in a separate bed, sleep in a separate bed, family. Separate rooms, separate bed, whatever you can do to try to fulfill these laws. Yahawah know. You're not fooling anyone, especially Yahawah. You're not hiding anything from Yahawah. Yahawah watching all this with 7 eyes. You and I, all right? And the strangers. Nothing is happening without Yahawah being on his watch. Period. All right. So now, these are the precepts of the way for the instructor in these times as to his loving and hating eternal hatred and concealing spirit for the men of the pit. He shall leave them their wealth and profit like a slave does his master, presently humble before his oppressor. But a zealot for Yahawah's thorough, Yahawah's law. All right? All right? Whose time will come, even the day of vengeance. He shall work Yahawah's will when he attacks the wicked and exercise authority as he has commanded, so that he is pleased with all that is done as with a free will offering. All right? And this is the whole thing about Yahawah. It's not no begging you gonna make you no. It's free will. You just gonna give it up. You know what Yahawah said. Now, if you wanna hang on to everything Yahawah said that he said he was gonna do, hang on to that. But just know that wrath, if you not tucked underneath Yahawah's Achad, him alone, underneath his wing, you're not gonna make it up out of here. All right? And we're gonna show it to you. Facts. We're gonna show it to you. All right? Way before the devil brought it out in a news system. All right? But it hasn't stopped. This is what we're telling you. It hasn't stopped. It's wanted before destruction, family. Know that. And we're not dealing with no conspiracy crap. We're telling you what the scriptures say, what comes out of Yahawah's mouth. All right? And so now, all right? He shall work Yahawah's will. That's right. So that he is pleased with all that is done and with a farewell offering. Other than Yahawah's will, he shall delight in nothing, finding pleasure only in every word of his mouth, which is the thorough. He shall desire nothing that he has not commanded, that is not written in Yahawah's word. All right? Because everything that is written in Yahawah's word is that is our heritage. That is life. That is light to our feet and our souls, family. Period. There is no two ways about it. There may be two ways for you to get to your house here in Great Babylon. There may be two ways for these other gods and them other systems. That doesn't work with Almighty Yahawah. Achad. Just doesn't work. Doesn't work. Can't make it work. You can't. Now, let the back end catch up with me, family. All right? So Yahawah got everything laid out for us, family. Everything. You got everything laid out for us, all right? Hold on. So hold on. So you're not finna debunk these scriptures with some history and some mythology, man. You bugged out. You bugged out. All right? Got some more resources for you, right? Right back after this, family.
Stanton, Captain, and Jackson, Kentucky.
Chop, push your poison on the porch. Come out on the block and get your Dr. Torch. The Taurus is where we gotta keep the course. Man, get that nasty swine off your foot. The stiff neck, 8 in the back, break your neck. In a cool sweat, can't connect with the most high elect. That's the pork chop, Miss Gang got flop. Outlaw stumbling blocks, proud as a kid. So it may come as a cultural shock. Yahawah is Israel's only rock. You been cooking your doctrine, born out of wedlock. Now the Israelites, the big bad boys on the block. Quit, stop, pass the pork chop. It's time to walk up right before the clock pop. Got your doctrine from Dr. Spot, all they do is mop. Setting up roadblocks, man, around the clock. Head hard, then to send the block. Treat my people, what's the livestock? It's hard to stay cool when you make me so hot. Call me the watchman, I'm sharp as a hawk. You love the blind, deaf and dumb, all on your job. The Israelites pull up, man, it's just quiet. You can hear pin drops, precepts flying, Gentiles crying. Now it's time to call the cops. I'm standing bold as a lion, I'm still prophesying. Pass the pork chop, in the wind like grease lightning. The wicked flee when it comes to hiding. Boom to the 2/3 of love backsliding. Rolling with the devil. The family don't think it's wicked, call it joyriding. Trusting in your middleman, ain't no surviving. The Torah is put in writing. Pass the pork chop, push your poison on the porch. Come out on the block and get your Dr. Torch. The Torah is where we gotta keep the course. Man, get that nasty swine off your foot. There's the stiff neck, 8 in the back, breaking neck. In a cool sweat, can't connect with the most high elect. Except if it's a redneck. song or the soundtrack. From the point of contact. Taking selfies, caught in the act. Let's see what's behind the facade. Morally flawed and just a fraud. And what's really odd, the devil got the family crying out to his God. Pastor pork chop, you already know it was only 3 items in the ark. One was manna that Jake was fed. The other earns raw for the hard head and the law. And when it comes to the tempo, I'm looking at the showbread. Ain't no middleman. Mess around and catch a warhead. Always wanna settle for a medal from the devil. 38 special, pedal to the metal. Lower level dirt devil, high level rebel. Hotter than a tea kettle. Pass the po chop, push your poison on the porch. Come out on the block and get your Dr. Torch. The Taurus is where we gotta keep the course. Man, get that nasty swine off your fork. The stiff neck, 8 in the back. Breaking that in a cool sweat. Can't connect with the most highs elect. Except if it's a redneck. Yeah, so what's already laid down? Look, that should not be questioned. It should be what you talking about what's new. Now that should be what's questioned. Don't try to take the foundation out already what's been set there. It's already been set in stone, alright? So now let's just get it on. Come out on the block and get your Dr. Torch. The Taurus is where we gotta keep the course. Man, get that nasty swine off your fork. There's a stiff neck, 8 in the back. Breaking that in a cool sweat. Can't connect with the most highs elect. Except if it's a redneck.
Moving bars and give everybody a little card. They stick it in a little computer slot. And if they were tithing, beautiful music would go off and You know, welcome, welcome, welcome to the world, dog. But if they were non-timers, the bar would lock up.
Siesta night.
The red and blue lights would start going, the siren would go off, and a voice would go throughout the entire dome. Proof, 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 proof. Security would go and apprehend them, and once we got them all together, we'd line them up in the front and pass out Uzis by the ushers. We'd point our Uzis right at all those non-tithing members because we want God to come to church. And at the count of 3 Jesuses, we'd shoot them all dead. And then we'd take them out the side door there, have a big hole, bury them, and go ahead and have church. Aren't you glad we're under the blood of Jesus? Because if we were not under the blood of Jesus, I would certainly try it. Folks, this is a serious thing. Folks, this is a serious thing. Aren't you glad we're under the blood of Jesus? Aren't you glad we're under the blood of Jesus? Aren't you glad we're under the blood of Jesus? Aren't you glad we're under the blood of Jesus? Once we got them all together, we'd line them up in the front and pass out Uzis by the ushers. We'd point our Uzis right at all those non-tithing members because we want God to come to church. And at the count of 3 Jesuses, we'd shoot them all dead. And at the count of 3 Jesuses, we'd shoot them all dead. At the count of 3 Jesuses, we'd shoot them all dead. And at the count of 3 Jesuses, we'd shoot them all dead. Because if we were not under the blood of Jesus, I would certainly try it. Folks, this is a serious thing. Folks, this is a serious thing. Once we got them all together, we'd line them up in the front and pass out Uzis by the ushers. We'd point our Uzis right at all those non-tithing members because we want God to come to church.
Here's what they think about you. 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 Here's what they think.
All right, family. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Nevertheless, all right, so let's look at this. All right. Coming out of here, family. Come right. You know, got pictures in it, but still, regardless of the fact, right? It's a Zondervan encyclopedia, Bible encyclopedia, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Now, let's get at it. Now, let's clear all this foolishness up about how Israel copied all her stuff, all our stuff from Egypt, and we got all our things from Egypt. Now we're gonna let the word speak. So anyway. So we right here. This is page 886. It's talking about, see right here it says law in the Old Testament. So, but anyway, we only over here because we want to show the difference, like Yahawah says. All right? Hold on. Well, we'll bring that out right after this. All right? Yahawah's will. So anyway, all right? There's a difference between the holy and the profane, all right? All right, so anyway, this, we're gonna bring it down here, all right? Because mainly it's over here. So, but anyway, this apodictic law used to be described, right, as desert law. Somber, hold on, give this. All right. Where are we? All right. Described as desert law, somber and authoritative, with no concessions to the complexities of urban or even agrarian life, all right, in highly developed Canaan. Its Puritan austerity was therefore held to be typically Israelite. All right? Say it one more time. All right? Its Puritan austerity was therefore held to be typically Israelite. And it was considered to be the only original law of Israel. Excuse me, family, for these little scribbles right here. I was multitasking. I had a pen in my hand and I mistakenly wrote in my resources. So, but anyway, all this still stands true. All right. So anyway, these lines doesn't mean anything. It was a mistake. So anyway, forgive me for that one, family. All right. So anyway, to be the only original law of Israel. By contrast, right? By contrast, all law belonging to the second or Casidic type was held to be a borrowing from the Canaanites after the Israelites' entry into the land, right? This is the propaganda that's been pushed around by the hotel couch potatoes, all right? And the unconscious community, all right? Neither of these can now be sustained, at least as far as the argument is based on the format of the laws, all right? Why? Back to what we said originally, all right? It's only Yahawah Achad. That's it, family, all right? Now, you know, doing that and dealing anything with them Egyptians and all of that, they had a God for every day of the week, and all of that matters, all right? It's just Yahawah Achad for us. And anything else was considered blasphemy. Facts. Facts. And that's why we're going to keep beating up on Pastor Porkchop and the family with that wicked, light-bearing, demon, idol, phallic god that they got. Right. Lucifer. The bright morning star. All right, so hold on. Let's get at it. Let's stick with this. Neither of these can now be sustained, at least as far as the argument is based on the format of the laws. In the second instance, as far as the causative law is concerned, direct borrowing from Canaanite or from Canaan is not now held to be nearly as likely as inherited from the common law of Western, what? Shemitic folk, all right? In which Israel shared as much as did the Canaanites, and which Moshe or Moses must have known, all right? Facts. Why? Right here, it states it, all right? Of course, we should have some similarities with the Canaanites. We are Shemitic people. These are just facts, family. Come on, you got to wake up. You have to wake up, all right? Of course, there will be some similarities, a whole lot of similarities at that, all right? Facts. And that's all we're dealing with, facts. We're not dealing with no damn myths and no tales and no fictitious nothing. Wickedness. They don't even know how them brothers got sucked in. You only got sucked into it because you had some evil in your heart. That's all. That's all it was. And Yahawah got the high beams on you. And we see you all the way across the water, Joker. You ain't fooling on anyone. Anyone. All right? So anyway, this is why we will have similar doctrine. This is why we will have similar language. This is why we will have similar everything. And we know from Scripture that our forefathers' wives and things they were dealing with Canaanite women. It makes sense, though. These are facts, though. All right? We all are Shemitic people. Of course, we will have a whole lot of similarities in common, but there are some differences that distinguish us from everyone else. And this is what distinguishes the holy from the profane, or the circumcised from the uncircumcised, or the clean from the unclean. This is what differentiates. Everything isn't the same. Facts. Just because you got 4 wheels and a steering wheel doesn't mean you got a performance ride. It doesn't mean that. Straight up. And because your ride takes fuel and other liquid adhesives don't mean it can get off the ground and fly. Facts. Still with this. Get this knocked out. All right? All right? So now, neither of these can now be sustained, at least as far as the argument is based on the format of the laws. In the second instance, as far as the causatic law is concerned, direct borrowing from Canaan is not now held to be nearly as likely as inheritance from the common law of Western Shemitic folk, in which Israel shared as much as did the Canaanites, and which Moses or Moshe must have known regarding. And see, this is what the Hotep and the Mason Negroes try to come with. Well, Moses was brought up in Pharaoh's house. Regardless of the fact Moses was brought up in Pharaoh's house, that has nothing to do with the chosen people being Israel and the land and who Yahawah chose. All right? That has nothing to do with it. No bearing whatsoever. No bearing whatsoever about the facts of these scriptures. That has nothing to do with him being raised in Pharaoh's house, how he got his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right? These are facts. And so this is what we're saying. Yes, there are certain similarities in the law, but there are places where they differentiate, and we're going to get to it. All right? So now, all right? Now, it is, Salah. Moses must have known regarding the uniqueness of the apodic form. Devax has shown that while it is not characteristic of Shemitic law, they say Semitic, but it's Shemitic, all right? We are Shemitic people, all right? Praise Yahawah. Shemitic law, as known largely from heavily settled Mesopotamia, naturally, no written laws from the desert survive. It is characteristic in some Hittite treaties, all right? R. Devax, Ancient Israel, 1961, page 147. All right. So, in view of the known fact that the Israelites' theory and practice of covenant has many similarities with Hittites, all right? Suzerainty treaties made by imperial overlord with subject peoples. This is interesting as perhaps showing further Hittite link. It can therefore no longer be claimed that this form is either desert or pure Israelite. Thus, any judgments as to the originality of the material, if based only on the form, will be enormous. A safer position to take is to regard all Israel's laws, whether categoric or apodic, as permanent with the light of the new revelation of Yahawah. The second type of law to be found in the Yahawah or the Torah is desecrate or case law. All right? This normally introduces an instance ending with a then, right? As in the Mesopotamian case law codes. Such laws should not be regarded as hypothetical instances. Say it one more time. All right? Such laws should not be regarded as hypothetical instances, but as actual proceedings or case judgments, whether earlier or synodic or latter. It is in these areas that Israel's case law approaches more closely that of her immediate Shemite neighbors, all right, who are the Canaanites. This is natural enough since given roughly similar levels of civilization and circumstances of life, similar problems, all right? Because you have to have a changed mind to get to have a changed solution. You cannot have the same mind that created the problem to come up with a change. No, this is where that repentive mind come in at. All right, family? So it is in these areas that the Israelites' case law approaches more closely that of her immediate Shemite neighbors. This is natural enough since given roughly similar levels of civilization and circumstances of life, similar problems were liable to arise. Facts, common sense, and broadly similar solutions to be found. Although, here we go, praise Yahawah. Although Israel's law, Torah, not some New Testament, not some other philosophy, doctrine, no. Israel's Torah, Israel's mother, all right? Spiritual mother, all right? Torah. Although Israel's law is always more humane, all right? All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah Achad for that. All right? So now, Shemitic law is most familiar to most modern scholars in its latter codifications, like that of Hammurabi of Babylon, or the Middle Assyrian law code, or the Neo-Babylonian laws. All right? None of these were in any sense innovations. All right? They were merely codifications and systematization of far earlier laws, as can be seen from comparison with the Litton Ashtar Code and the Enusha Code. How many of these proceedings rested ultimately on the early Shemitic common law, and how many on summer codes? It would be hard to say. Perhaps it would be wrong to consider these as ultimately distinct in view of the proven widespread knowledge of these latter codifications amongst the West Shemitic people. Notation copies of Hammurabi's laws have been found in Egypt. None may safely assume a widespread knowledge of the earlier customary law that underlay them. This is no need to assume any direct or conscious borrowing by Israel of Canaanite. Let's say it one more time. So there is no need to assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. All right? When you assume. So there's no need to make an ass out of you and me, any direct or conscious borrowing by Israel of Canaanite case law at a comparatively late date to conquest, the more so as there is no reason to assume that Canaanite law was any different from the general Shemitic or Shemitic pattern. Naturally, because that's all the Hamites and all of the other nations try to deal with, is naturally, not the creator, Yahawah, they deal with naturally, the creation, naturally, where it is a matter which naturally you talking about some Quabala wickedness, all right? Get back to the creator, Yahawah Achad, all right? Let's proceed, shall we? All right. Nevertheless, naturally, where it is a matter of the content, Israel's laws throughout are dominant by revelation of the Most High. Yahawah received at Mount Sinai, all right? Understand this, family, all right? Israel's laws throughout are dominant, all right? And more humane, all right? Facts. And that's what we got to get back to, all right? All right? Your laws, your Yahawah. And that's what you got to stand on, family. Don't care how good all of that other vomit sound. Because you hungry. I'm hungry too. I want to eat some real food. But we still in this captivity. Facts. We got to come back to Almighty Yahawah Achad, family. It's what it is. Make no mistakes about it. All right? So, yes, of course there will be some similarities. Of course. And they can sit up there and try to beat you up with that pyramid text crap and all of that. Yeah, there's going to be some similarities and all of that. Oh, yeah, that's the biggest sign right in there, man. It's the biggest sign, man. It's the biggest signs and probably right in the pyramid text, man. Yeah. It's supposed to be if Israel was there, dummy. It's supposed to be. All right? Nevertheless, like we said, it's supposed to be a whole lot of commonalities and similarities. All right? We are all Shemitic people. All right? You just got the heathen around here talking about, oh, some anti-Semitic. How you gonna be against yourself? That's straight out bug, man. You bugged out. That's what liquor and alcohol was really for. It was for the family who had problems and things. If you had problems, man, you gonna get you a little system, you know. And we ain't need the witchcraft stuff, you know. Praise Yahawah. We ain't need to be drinking spirit. I mean, you know, just to be drinking spirits, just, you know. No, you took them spirits, man, you know. It was for the ones who had problems. You know, things going on with them, you know. All right? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Israel got more mental problems than more criminal problems, though, for real. Like really need to get it together. But Yahawah doing that to you. Because you keep forsaking him for these feel-good guys. All right? Yahawah gonna throw him in the pit. Right along with Paul. Paul is the pit. Paul is hell. You keep talking about what Apostle Hell keep talking about. I ain't listening to that, man. He told you he was a liar, man. He told you in his own mouth. You know what I'm saying? Got the family over there on it, drinking blood and eating flesh with some new guy. Yahawah ain't give you up to no new guy. Your husband, your creator is your husband. Not some pimp who hates your guts. He hates your guts and your baby guts. Your grandbaby guts too. It's the same MO. All right? When we gonna get along? We not. We not. Not as long as these lots are out of order and we out of order with Almighty Yahawah Achad. No, Yahawah said, and no man shall buy you. That's plain. That's plain. Stop falling for the succotash. It ain't coming through no phone box. Come on now. Come on now. No, Yahawah gonna make sure the menace is in the sea. All right? Not Dennis the Menace, Donald the Menace. All right? Straight up. Same hairstyle, everything. Man, go and look at it. Hold on. Man, we don't even got time. But yeah, that's the Menace. Hey, at least the Menace keeping, the Menace is keeping Israel up out the who, though. Because Joe Biden and that Kamala. Oh, man, a disaster. All right? Joe, a good old boy. Anyway, to his heart, to the core. All right? Straight up. And Kamala, oh, man. Look here, man. That ain't it. That ain't it by a little bit. All right? She straight up gone. She straight up took her oath with Lucifer, man. She riding on it too. All right? And she don't care if she co-signed or not. She ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. All right? She trying to sell you on some reparations, family. Don't fall for that banana in the tailpipe. Okay? All right? She not no. Man, when somebody try to talk about some reparation and it ain't Yahawah Achad, you need to be trying to turn around, look around, see what they trying to. They might got a sign on your back or something. I don't know, but it's something you need to pay attention. All right, for real, you ought to be. Something's finna happen. You should hear that music going off in your head. That Jaws, that two-note Jaws music. Regardless of the fact, it still works. Them two notes work. All right, so anyway, family. See what it mean, right? See what we talking about, right? See what we getting at, right? All right? So Israel ain't took nothing from nobody from nowhere. All right? It's just one Elohim, and that's Yahawah Achad, family. Know that. He ain't sharing his glory with nobody. No one. No other God. No foreign or domestic. And he ain't giving his babies up to no God either, foreign or domestic. Facts. Facts. You see, you got these agents out here because like we bringing out law. See? So all they want to do is, and rightfully so, because Yahawah's testing you, family. All right? Because Yahawah asks, who will stand for me against the workers of iniquity? You got to stand for something, family. You might as well stand for Yahawah Achad and die that way than on your damn knees. We've been doing that for years, man. We've been doing that for years. And it ain't got us nowhere, man. We still talking about the same thing. A job and some justice. Come on now. You keep begging the wolf not to be a wolf. And the snake not to be a snake. Yahawah said that wine is venom. It's a venom ass or cobras. You know what a cobra is? Is a cobra friendly? All right, they doctors and their philosophies and their secret societies and all that, they not friendly either. They gonna have the same effect on you and your babies. You might thinking you getting off on your thrill ride because you get a pass, you get a backstage pass. But once you find out how that's what really goes on, you ain't trying to be around that. You ain't trying to be around that. You may say you practicing, but you ain't going to all them doggone meetings up in there like that, because you know you got to bend over. You know you got to bend over. You know you got to get it up. You know you got to get it up. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll put out on you what they already got on. Especially if you're trying to be in that big digit club. Hey, man. We know what it is. Anyway, nevertheless, all right? Israel's law, all right, throughout are dominant by the revelation of Yahawah, received at Mount Sinai, all right? There is a humaneness, all right, with Israel's law. Like, it's not like any other law. Look at the laws right now. Are they humane? Come on now. Are they humane? Ask yourself. Be real with yourself. All right? It's a difference between the holy and the profane, family. All right? All right? There is a humaneness, all right? And the avoidance of mutilations. All right? And other savage punishments. All right? All right? And an awareness of the value of human personality and the individual, for which we would search in vain in other codes. All right? But it's plain in Israel's code. It's plain in your Yahawah. It's so upright. It's so humane. It's so glorious. Family, you need to run back to it. And you brothers that forsake the Torah to go and sit on some Masonic Negro's couch, shame on you. Shame on you. And to backstab your brother, to ride him for 7 years plus, shame on you. You need to be beat with an ugly stick for a week with your ugly self. Until it all come up out of you. You brothers ain't right. You need to repent. You need to ask Yahawah for forgiveness. All right? Because you will make a brother go off doing what you do. Doing that to any brother. How would you Put yourself in those shoes. And this is the same thing that Yahawah was saying with the strangers, not to abhor the strangers. Why would you even coerce the strangers to go along with your foolishness, man? Grown men. You ain't got nothing better to do but sit around and talk about another grown man who trying to teach. So what if he got a rant for a half an hour? He ranting about your raggedy tails. He got to sift through trash just to find a lack. That's a hard task. Go in the scriptures and look at all of the forefathers and mothers who had that task. See, I can't get my New Testament family, I can't get them to lift up the daughters of Zion like that. But we lift up the daughters of Zion around here. You're going to see, forgive me, family. You're going to see Sister Dio out there in them highways and hedges, banging on Pastor Porkchop and the rest of that foolishness in that fire. That's right. Praise Yahawah. That's right. And so we need more Deborahs out there, all right, getting it in, all right? Because we got a bunch of weak men. Weak. Sitting around like that, ex-housewives of Israel. Men, though. Not lift the brother up. Lift the brother up. Pull the brother to the side. Go get a channel and try to talk about the brother. Throw him under the bus. Who put you on? You ain't even have a voice or a platform. Shut up, wickedness. Brother Johnson, Lamar, y'all need to run. Wasting y'all talent and y'all intellect over there with that heathen. He was supposed to be a general. He was supposed to be firm. He was supposed to be telling them other succotash Negroes, man, to get right or leave. Now he went along with the okey doke, though. Weak. Yahawah's an austere man. That's why it's Yahawah host, all right? He ain't dealing with no soft, weak, mama boy jokers. Suffer than baby cry. Sit down somewhere, wickedness. We sick of you 2/3, man. You either gonna be in it or you gonna be in a damn way. We gonna run you over. We gonna expose you and we gonna run you over. Till you go back into that little crescent that you came out of, spewing all that vomit that you spewing out. You don't even know what you're talking about. No, every time you get off the air talking against Yahawah and his tabernacle, Yahawah make sure you cut yourself, bump your head, do something to remind you, wicked joker, you wicked, man. You need to repent. Israel don't borrow from nobody. Allah or their God. No Allah, all right? Period. Understand this. Know this. Ain't nobody like you, family. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like your God, your Elohim. Ain't no two of them. All right? You are the son. You are the offspring, family. You are. Israel is the child. Period. Now, We not dealing with no myths either. We ain't dealing with no tales and no fictitious nothing, all right? We dealing with data, all right? And we can deal with his story too. We can go and get everything we saying in these scriptures in his story. Not only that, we can get it in today's time, but you not in that. Yahawah, you started to walk that walk. We saw you. We saw you all the way across the water, Joker. We saw you. We saw you, Officer Chris. We saw you, man. We saw you. We saw you, and we saw you struggling with that tabernacle too. We saw you. We saw you. The brother bent over forwards and backwards for you to try to get it, and you wouldn't. You didn't get it because you blocked Yahawah out, and you had that in your heart the whole time. You no different than a homosexual man trying to fight his real tendencies. Man, just go and be a damn demon, man, and a heathen. Leave them brothers alone. If you the cause of it, man, just go back, man, to your set. We saw you get up, man. We saw you get up. You can't send me nothing, man. All right? All right? Straight up. You gonna debate somebody with history or his story and some mythology. You smoking something? You smoking something? You smoking something? Drinking something? You doing something? You doing something? You doing something? It don't align with the star rock. And Yahawah gonna expose you every time, Joker. Don't matter who you are. It don't matter. And it can happen to any of us. Any of us are exempt. Any of us, it can happen to any of us. Any of us can fall off. We're not exempt. We're not. This is why it's important to stay grounded. This is why Yahawah say meditate on the word, on his star. Why? Night and day. Night and day. It's the only thing that should be on your mind. You should turn that damn TV off. If you're not looking on there to correlate with the scriptures, if that's not your post, turn it off. If it's making you weak, turn it off. Get rid of it. If it's your rib, turn that off. Tell her, listen, baby, I got to go and talk to Yahawah to make sure we on the right path, because you see what's going on, all right? It don't matter where you move, all right? It's still going on, all right? Regardless of the fact. So I need to get in contact with him to get right so we can get right, baby. All right? Baby. You have to tell her, you got to talk to her. You brothers out there, you got to talk to her, man. You already got it a lot of you brothers already got it in your mind what your rib gonna say. You don't know what Yahawah gonna put in the heart of your woman, or in that heart of hers. These different times, brothers, you don't know that. Stop saying that. You can't speak for Yahawah. You trying to speak for Yahawah when you do that. It don't matter if you tried 100,000 times to tell your woman she's an Israelite, she's the chosen seed, and she still want to go to the church house. It don't matter, brothers. You still live your life according to this Yahawah. It don't matter if your woman's living it or not. Eventually, I'm telling you, I'm here to bear witness to tell you, brother. I'm here to bear witness to tell you. All right? Seriously. All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah. All right? She will follow. She will be a helpmate to you. She either gonna do that, if Yahawah gonna jack her up, she gonna find out that way, or Yahawah gonna move her on out the way. And it's gonna be a garner for her. And you hear the wicked jokers over there, oh yeah, every time they say, yeah, man, something gonna happen. Well, who get life and death, Joker? Someone give it. It's not you. Proud, stiff-necked Joker. It's not you. See? But that's all right. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go and deal with the other nations and their gods, if that's what floats your boat, go ahead and do what you got to do, brother. All right? It's no argument. All right? All right, we got some footage right now we got to bring out that's coming out, all right? From us being out, all right? We're just going to bring out a little bit. We don't really show that around here. It is what it is, all right? And so, like we said, family that's in Indiana, we coming. We out there, all right? Illinois, we coming. We'll be out there, all right? For sure, all right? Know that. All right? Wisconsin, know that. Michigan, know that. Know that, all right? And like we said, maybe even Minnesota, know that, all right? And it don't matter. It don't matter who there. It's whatever Yahawah says, let's go. This is where we going. In the middle of the bricks. It don't matter. Lone Jake there. I'm good. I don't care how much shooting and how much death been going on. All right? When we get there, we at home. Know that. See, this is the whole thing about knowing and loving your people and being in with Almighty Yahawah Achad. You're not worried about that. You're not afraid of that. But there is a difference, family, between Israel's law and Canaanite law. Huge difference. All right? Huge difference. All right? Now, got to touch a little bit deeper. All right? Now, let's go. Now, contents of the law. All right? All right? It comes as a surprise that in the so-called law of Moses, strictly legal matters takes quite a minor place, even if the area is enlarged to cover all matters of religious or ceremonial interest of Torah, or the Torah as instruction is kept in mind. This will no longer surprise, all right? Israel's ancestral traditions, the salvation story of Exodus, the bittersweet experiences of the desert wandering teach about the Most High and His ways as surely as the Ten Commandments, or as the distinguish between clean and unclean, which occupies Leviticus chapters 11 through 15. History is not law, but history seen through the Most High Yahawah's eyes is indeed Torah, which is what? Instructions. All right? And this is what we're dealing with. And this is why we say it's the difference between the clean and the unclean, family. All right? Absolutely. Know this. Know that. All right? And so now we're not beating down the Hamite family. No, we aren't. No, we not. No, we are not. We aren't beating them down. All right? They're just going to cleave like the rest of them. But no, we aren't beating them down. We are not. Yahawah said not to abhor the strangers. Yahawah said that. Now, I don't care what your cult leaders say. Yahawah said not to abhor the strangers. So we aren't. No matter how we feel about whatever we feel about, yeah, we mad and we angry. Yahawah said oppression will make a wise man angry. You have every right, obviously, according to Yahawah's word, to be angry. But it's a way to channel that anger. Yahawah said vengeance is his. This is where we have to do the upright thing, which is come back to his instructions, family, which is the Torah, which is our instructions and our directions, all right? Period. Period. All right? And there's the difference. And of course, yes, we all have similarities. All Shemitic people will have similarities. Why wouldn't we? It would be insane not to. You know? So, it's a lot, family. All right, so let me get this back. I don't know, they must have been jacking me up earlier this morning, boy. They made sure I ain't get that good start this morning, so, but it's all right. Yahawah in charge, family, right? Praise Yahawah. Yeah. Kawam Yasharah. That's right. Rise, Israel. That's right. Ain't nothing like you. It's nothing like you or the Most High Yahawah. Nothing like. Beautiful. All right, so now. All right. So, hold on. Uh-oh. Let me get this. Now, we just bought out. Hold on. All right? Now, we just bought out. Hold on. Salah, family. Hold on, watch this. Hold on, watch this. Hold on, watch this. Oh. All right. All right. Okay, so now, hold on. All right, so now, all right. Salah. All right. Proverbs 3:31. What Yahawah say? What did he say, fam? Salah. That's right. He said, do not envy the violent or choose any of their ways. He said, don't envy violent people or copy their ways. Do not envy a man of violence and do not choose any of his ways. It's plain. Do not envy a man of violence and do not choose any of his ways. Do not envy the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Envy thou not thou the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Not any of them. Right? Do not envy the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Don't envy a violent man or choose any of his ways. Don't be jealous of cruel people. All right? Don't be. What do you say? Don't be jealous of cruel people or follow their example. Same thing. Don't be jealous of violent people or decide to act as they do. Right? Monkey see, monkey gotta do. Right? Yeah. Right. It's a lot, family. I ain't mean to show that later. It's a lot. Don't do no free advertising. Plus, this ain't that station. So anyway. So, all right. So Yahawah was saying, Proverbs 3:31, do not envy a violent man. Do not choose to imitate any of his ways. All right? So, you got Negroes out here want to be Scarface and Donald Trump, and they want to be everybody that they know that has materially and worldly possessions. All right. But Yahawah said not to choose any of his ways. Not only that, not to don't even envy what he have, what he got. Now, you know, you looking at how he got, what he got. You don't know how he got it though. You don't know what he had to do to get it. You don't know what it's gonna cost him or his soul to have it. And not only that, he ain't gonna have it that long either. Is this what we saying, family? None of us stay. We all go. Whether we go to the pit or where we go to Yahawah. Yahawah is in both places. All right? We can't have it both ways, though. That's the thing about it. We can't. You know? So now, Yahawah said to envy not the oppressor and to choose none of his ways. Don't envy a violent man and don't choose any of his ways. Don't be not envious of a man of violence, nor fix thou on any of his ways. Choose none of his ways. All right? It says, and do not choose to imitate any of his ways. All right? Don't even imitate. All right? So now, with that being said, let's look at this right. Now, let's look at this right. All right. Now, hopefully you can see this, fam. See if I can. All right. Now, let's look at this. All right? Because you got wicked Negroes, all right? Straight up, who forsook the Torah and Yahawah Achad to go back to some Greek letters that was put in place by the Roman Catholic Church, because the family didn't get this new God until after 322 AD. Facts. Facts. You didn't get that new God until after 322 AD. All right? Facts. And not only that, facts. It was no pyramid text of any sort before Israel came into Egypt. Facts. 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 No myths. We're not dealing with myths. No tales and nothing facetious. We're not dealing with any of that. All right? But now we just brought out, Yahawah said in Proverbs 3:31, to envy not thy oppressor, and to choose not any of his ways. Now, Hitler was a Christian. Hitler was a Christian. So, in that same breath, how can Negroes have the same God? Blue, black, green, orange, purple, violet, blue, black, all right? Blackity black. How in the world can you have the same God as a demon? All right? And we don't care. 6 million death is still death. It's still ugly, regardless of the fact. All right? It ain't 100 million, but it's still 6 million. That's ugly. Now, Christians done this. Christians. Is this not a Christian state? All right? Facts. History is currently being distorted by the millions of Christians who lie to have us believe that the Holocaust was not a Christian deed. Though subterfuge and concealment, many of today's Christian leaders and faithful Christians have camouflaged the Christianity of Adolf Hitler, all right? And have attempted to mark him an atheist. But he was a Christian. Hold on. Have attempted to mark him an atheist, a pagan cult worshiper. Well, that's what a Christian is. Hold on. A pagan cult worshiper or a false Christian in order to place his misdeed on those without Jesus. Well, he wants you to drink his blood and eat his flesh. Yahawah forbid us to eat any flesh or drink any type of blood. So, but anyway, sound like a cult to me. Hold on. All right. Hold on. However, from the earliest formation of the Nazi Party and throughout the period of conquest and growth, Hitler expressed his Christian support to the German citizenry and soldiers. Those who would make Hitler an atheist should turn their eyes to history books before they address their pews and chat rooms. Considering that Christianity has thus far been incapable of producing an unbiased, educated, right, follower which speaks the truth, I haven't encountered any. I have been forced to dispel the myth by writing this essay. It is not until I bring up his speeches, my personal info on the Nazi regime and their tactics that a Christian will begin to question what their clergy told them. I am the offspring of a German soldier. My uncle served under Hitler in World War II, and my father was raised during the time of the Nazi regime. This is important information to take into consideration, for I am privy to some info that most Americans do not know. It is common for American media and education institutions to lie to their citizens concerning Nazi Germany. So, in presenting this information, I must break into 4 parts. Fact about Hitler and his involvement with the church, how the church was the catalyst for anti-Semitic, they said Semitic, but Semitic, facts concerning how the Nazi regime drilled these beliefs into German society. Quotes Hitler made, which prove, all right, he had a disdain for atheism / occultism, upheld his Christian faith, and hated Jews due to his Christianity. All right? Just like Paul. He hated Jake too. That's why he fed them to Jesus. Nevertheless, hold on. Hitler's involvement with the church. Hitler was baptized as Roman Catholic during infancy in Austria. All right? As Hitler approached boyhood, he attended a monastery school. On his way to school, young Adolf daily observed a stone arch which was carved with the monastery coat of arms bearing a swastika. Hitler was a communicating and an altar boy in the Catholic Church. All right? Now, as a young man, he was conformed as a soldier of Christ. All right? As a young man. All right? Hitler. All right? He was most ardent goal at the time was to become a priest. A Catholic priest. Why not? It fits. Anyway, Hitler writes of his love for the church and clergy. I had excellent opportunities to intoxicate myself with the solemn splendor of the brilliant church festivals. Why not? As was only natural, the abbot seemed to me as the village priest had once seemed to my father the highest and most desirable idea, Adolf Hitler. All right? It's a lot, family. Hitler was never excommunicated nor condemned by his church. All right? Matter of the fact, the church felt he was just and avenging for God and attacking the Jews, for they deemed the Shemites the killers of Jesus. Hitler, Franco, and Mussolini were given veto power over whom the Pope could appoint as a bishop in Germany, Spain, and Italy. In turn, they surtaxed the Catholics and gave the money to the Vatican. Figures. All right? You seen that wicked statue right in front of the Vatican? We got it in one of the, in the commercials. In one of the breaks. It's in the video. It's in the remix video. Gotta Let Us Go. It's in that. Or just Google it. Google it. Yeah, you should want to know, see these things. All right? Make sure it's not a myth. Freaking heathen. All right. So, yeah, he gave them, that money was given to the Vatican, still going to the Vatican. Hitler wrote a speech in which he talks about his alliance. Figures. Hold on. This is an excerpt. The fact that the Vatican is concluding a treaty with the new Germany means the acknowledgement of the National Socialist state by the Catholic Church. This treaty shows the whole world clearly and unequivocally that the assertion that National Socialism, which is Nazism, is hostile to religion is a lie. Adolf Hitler, the 22nd of July, 1933, writing to the Nazi Party. All right? Socialism is Nazism. All right? Hitler worked closely with Pope, plus in converting German society and supporting the church. The church absorbed Nazi ideas. The church absorbed Nazi ideas. Wait. The church absorbed Nazi ideas. That's right. That's right. Talking about some new guy. That's one. The main one. The main one Yahawah said not to do. He said you should have no other gods before him. Made it plain. Made it plain. Family didn't get that one. Quick to run to eat. Hold on. Oh, man. All right? That's right. That's why the family love running up in there. Go and get your Nazism on. Hate your people. You gotta hate your people. You gotta hate your people. You gotta hate Almighty Achad to be running up in the synagogue on a Sunday doing sun worship. Worshiping the sun god on a Sunday. The wrong day. Bugged out. Hold on. Check it out. Socialism, Nazism is hostile to religion is a lie. Adolf Hitler said that. All right? Hitler worked closely with the Pope in converting German society and supporting the church. All right? The church absorbed Nazi ideas and preached them as part of their sermons. In turn, Hitler placed Catholic teachings in public education. All right? That's right. That's right. The photo depicts Hitler with Archbishop Caesar Arsenigo, the Papal Unical in Berlin. It was taken on April 20th, 1939, when Arsenigo celebrated Hitler's birthday. The celebrations were initiated by Vasily, Pope plus the 12th, and became a tradition. Each April the 20th, Cardinal Bern of Berlin was to send warmest congratulations to the former in the name of the bishops and the dioceses in Germany with fervent prayers which the Catholics of Germany are sending to heaven on their altars. If you would like to know more about the secret dealing of Hitler and the Pope, I recommend you get a book titled Hitler's Pope, The Secret History of Plus 12 by John Corwell. Due to Hitler's involvement with the church, he began enacting doctrines of the church as law. All right? And this is why the church don't have a new law, okay? You don't have a new law. You got Hitler's law, all right? That's mocking you and your Elohim. That's what that New Testament with that church up in there, that's what it does. It's mocking you, family. It's replacing Israel with Jesus, the bright morning star, the pimp. All right? Yahawah said Lucifer is the bright morning star. Go and get Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. Get 12 through 14. All right? And see who Yahawah called. Go and get all versions, though. Just don't look at King James Version. You see us right here, we going through all other versions, so you get a better understanding, all right? And if we have to go deeper, we're going to go and get the concordance and the lexicon, all right? So nevertheless, we in these encyclopedias and these Dead Sea Scrolls right here. And, yeah. So, the church indoctrinated Hitler's law, all right? That's that law. That's why they tell you, oh, we don't got, there ain't no new law, you know what I'm saying? We gonna deal with the old law, though. It's only one law, family, all right? That's it. It's no two laws. There's no two gods, no two Elohims. There's no two higher powers. It's just the Most High. That's why he's the Most High. It's nothing else higher. Most High. Period. All right? Now, he outlawed all abortion, raised a death war on all homosexuals, and demanded corporal punishment in schools and homes. Many times, Hitler addressed the church and promised that Germany will implement its teachings. The National Socialist state professes its alliance to positive Christianity. It will be its honest endeavor to protect both the great Christian confessors and their rights, to secure them from interference with their doctrines, and in their duties to constitute a harmony with the views and the exigencies of the state of today. Adolf Hitler on June 26, 1934, to the Catholic bishops to assure them that he would take action against the new pagan propaganda. Providence has caused me to be Catholic, and I know therefore how to, and that's all we got for this one right here. It may be another piece. Hold on. Not sure. Let's see. All right. And so, all right. And so, this came through the wire this morning. Praise you, Hal. Just pulling this up while I'm at it. All right? It's an 88-year-old brother, killed by police officers in California, and he was a police officer from the same department. All right? So I'm only bringing this out because we bought our family. Aren't you ready? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? It's not going to stop, but aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? All right? Police in Sacramento, California shot and killed Robert Coleman, an 88-year-old black man on Saturday. Days later, it was discovered that Coleman was a former member of the police department. The Sacramento Bee reported. Many people are impacted anytime in life is lost. In this case, Mr. Coleman was not only a loving husband and a caring father, but he was also a member of the West Sacramento Police Department family for almost 10 years. The West Sacramento Police Department said in a statement, Coleman held several positions at the department between the late 1990s and early 2000s. All right? All right? It's time to separate, family. Yahawah said to be ye holy unto himself. It's time to separate. That's just what it is. Just what it is. All right? All of this COVID stuff, look, they killing off anything and everything that want to speak up about it. You got one guy, and we've been saying that too. You got one guy, one Jesuit, that's going to shut down everybody, the whole country, the whole world. One guy. Come on, family. It's witchcraft. Come on now. One guy shut down the whole world? Come on. Wake up. Wake up. Come on now. You only gonna get it if you in them microwaves, you in them microwaves, or you go and let them stick that stuff in. They gonna put it in. Talking about it's an anti-shot. All right? Anti your behind. All right? They put it in you. All right? So nevertheless, if you gonna go and let them put it in you, it's gonna be up in you. All up in you too. All right? Now, see? Let's get it out. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Where is it? All right? All right? Because they sitting up here trying to entice you, all right, so they can lullaby you back to sleep for 4 to 8 more years, all right? But Yahawah gonna make sure the business is up in that seat, fam. You watch. Hold on. This ain't it. All right? Now, and this is what we're saying. Talking about some U.S. economists propose a $12 trillion bill in slavery reparations to eliminate black-white wealth gap. Don't fall for the okie doke, family. Don't fall for it, all right? All right? Please, no. Don't fall for it. It's not happening. Yahawah said, and no man shall buy you. All right? Hold on. Hold on. Sit up, fam. Find this for you. All right? And so, you know. Hey, the minutes already came out and telling you, man. Trump, all right? Bizarrely claims people in the dark shadows are secretly controlling Joe Biden. That's true. That's true. That's true. See, because the minute's a wild card. He was a wild card in the first place. They knew that when they picked him to sit in the seat. They knew he was gonna be a wild card. They just didn't know how far. They thought they was gonna get him to play ball like they did Bill Clinton. They thought they was gonna get him to play ball like they did him with Stormy Daniels, the same way they did Billy with Monica Lewinsky. Now the Menace ain't going out like that. They had already tried to kill the Menace like 25, 26 times though, fam. The Menace is keeping Israel about that who though. Cause he is right on this part. Cause Joe Biden had you up in there walking around with that fake ass mask on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, fam. Look at it, fam. Walking around with that mask on, look like he about to faint. Oh man, bugged out. Straight up. Oh man, straight up, bugged out. You know? For real. Couldn't even make that up. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see. All right. So hold on. Yeah, it was more to that, but see? Praise Yahawah. Praise Yahawah. All right? See? And that's why they've been trying to kill him. Right here. This why. Straight up. All right? Show it to you. But it's all by the hand of Yahawah though. Now get it right. We not giving anyone no props but Yahawah. All right? All praise and glory be to him here alone. All right? So but now, this the whole deal. This the whole deal about behind this the whole shift of the country and all of the talking heads. Even the bankers behind the scenes. And them evangelical witchcraft practitioners. Them wicked Christians, man. You know? Your Ron Hubbards and all of them are the world. You know what I mean? All of them, they want them demon rats up in there. Them Democrats. You know, they all the same. They all the same, family. Don't get it twisted. That's why we're saying y'all not coming through no voting box. But you see what it is, right? Trump won't join the WHO or the WHO, Organized Coronavirus Vaccine Development Effort, all right? That could leave the U.S. in the lurch if domestic candidates fail, see? And this the whole thing about it. See, the minute's been keeping everybody up out that WHO, man. Because Bill Gates and his wife already came out and said the first ones that they want to stick with that death serum are the so-called blacks and the native Indians. and then tried to clean it up on damage control to say, oh, well, because, you know, they the most vulnerable, you know, in this pandemic. All right? Yeah, of course. Because so you can finish wiping out the tribe of Gad and Reuben, and that'll clearly knock Jake pretty much in that same position. And then you want to try to give us some reparations after it's only a few of us. No, thank you. All right? No, thank you. Like the scripture said, I would rather be penniless with Yahawah's law and my family, all right, and Almighty Yahawah card than a dang old monopoly buck. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. And it's good to see that the family's getting some morals about themselves lately. Been seeing a lot of that. They've been turning money down, man, quitting them occupational jobs, man, that just assassinating their people and stuff like that, man. All praise and glory be to them brothers and sisters that had to sacrifice that for their people in Almighty Yahawah God. This is the hand of Yahawah. So we don't got no time for no backbiting, backstabbing, snake, evil, effeminate brothers sitting up here with an evil eye on their brother, man. Man, wake your behind up, man. Wicked as all get out. So, anyway. It is what it is, family. We're going to get some more of these scriptures right quick. So, look. Yeah. Yeah, we right back after this, fam. They did an interview with an ex-brother, you know what I'm saying? All praise and glory be to all of the brothers that come up out of that wicked doctrine that was pushed by the heathen, given by the heathen, and them his gods, all right? That ain't the Most High power, all right, of the scriptures coming with these heathens in these synagogues, all right? Your own letter tell you, all right, that the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews and are not, all right? You know what it is, but out of synagogue of Satan, was that 2 and 9, Revelation 2 and 9, and Revelation 3 and 9. It's over there. You know what I'm saying? We know what the letters is. We know what the letters are, and we know what the letters mean. And we can cipher the letters over here. We ain't stumbling and bumbling, all right? Off that yang, all right? We straight off that raw, all right? Let's say Yahawah, all right? It's our hour, all right? Just let the family know, all right, behind the scenes, on past the pork chop fire, all right? They be trying to come with all these little titles and things that the heathen gave, all right? Killing each other for a damn title and a pat on the back. And that's why I always say the customs of the other people are vain, empty, but you gonna pay for it with your bug out self. And past the pork chop, you ain't no leader or nothing. If you sitting up here talking about some church, ain't no church in the Torah. Ain't no church in the scriptures. Go find church in the scriptures. Show me church in the scriptures, Pastor Pochard. All of you. All you to get your clump all of them them wicked bald heads together, and you still couldn't find a church in the scriptures. Clean shaven, looking like a little kid, like a pedophile. You like a sick lion, and you lying. Listening to Paul, want to be a part of something. You are the 2/3. That's what you're a part of. The 2/3, all right? And that's gonna be saved hand for. What's 2 times 3? All right? That's the mix you're gonna be in, Joe. All right?
Yeah, the worst kind. Shit, my nigga by. Yeah, walking blind. Deaf and dumb. Don't want none. Satisfied with crumbs. Talking about a nigga by. Always running cool. Scared to run hot. Looking at what you got. Talking about a nigga
That's about it for right now, family, because we ended up taking this, you know what I'm saying? We ended up plowing and digging this right here. We can keep going, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So Yahawah's we'll come out and we're gonna give you we're gonna hear some. We're gonna finish this off. Then we just gonna stay in the temple though. We're gonna stay in the temple and we gonna build it up. And we're gonna show you all of the scriptures within the scriptures and the Dead Sea Scrolls. And so you can be able to compile them for yourself. Yeah, I gotta deal with some heathens. So, but anyway, nevertheless. All right, family. So until next time, Yahawah's will, family. It's your brother Zamar. All right? And like we always like to say before we get up out of here, come on back. It's only Yahawah Achad. It's only one testament. It's only one covenant. It's only one Elohim. And that's Yahawah. That is his name, family. All right? And so, ain't no middleman. Ain't nothing. It's the showbread is the only fight. Yahawah is the only redeemer and our only savior. Period. Yahawah is our rock. Period. All right? Deuteronomy 6:4. Deuteronomy 4:35. All throughout the scriptures, family. All right? Yahawah is our savior. All right? Facts. Isaiah 43:11. We can go all throughout the scriptures. All right? It's Yahawah and Yahawah alone. All right? That Christ stuff is for a prophet. All right? And it ain't going to profit him not one bit. So, but anyway, yeah. But we got some real, you know what I'm saying? We got some more plowing and digging for you, family. But it's just, it'll take us well over that limit. They gonna shut us down anyway. They already gonna put it violent, all right? They already gonna put a violent cover on the stuff, on the lesson anyway. So it is what it is, you know? It's all right. We ain't gonna, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, on that note, family, appreciate you coming out. We can't even see what it look like. So anyway, we see we still out there. Nevertheless, though, all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahweh God, who is one. All right. Barakatah to the family. You know what I'm saying? You know, that you just waking up, you just found out you Israel, praise Yahweh for you. Keep plowing and digging. You know what I'm saying? Don't come and try to worship me or anything like that. Just come and learn, get these scripts, internalize them, and go and do what you got to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Raise your people up. Raise your family up. Raise your neighborhoods up. Do what you're supposed to do with it, family. All right? It's more than just to be sitting around here knocking the next brother and sister that's trying to get out here and do what Yahawah commands for us to do. All right? So anyway, on that note, family, all praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah God. Peace and love and barakatah to the 12 tribes. All praise and glory be to Almighty Yahawah God, Yahawah host. All right? And on that note, like we always like to say, rise, Israel, rise. Kawah!